Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I do my basic crown braid. There's a lot of videos about crown braids on the internet. This is just how I do mine. I have found too that when you know how to do a basic crown braid, you can do lots of different kinds of variations and just have a little more fun with it. Something that I love to do as well is do a crown braid at night, sleep in it, and then in the morning you might have to pin a few things down again because it's gotten super messy, but it looks great. I love the way that it looks, just kind of unkempt and casual, but you can kind of still dress it up and still dress it down. I've got my dirty hair here with my sea salt spray. I am just going to kind of go on my natural part. Don't brush it all the way out because we don't want it to be slicked back. Just kind of make it manageable and not too, what's that word? Okay, so you might want to back comb a little bit at the crown of your head. Okay, so we're teased, we're back combed. Maybe spray it a little bit so that it stays in place. Okay, the way that I do my crown braid, I think it's called a Dutch braid. So a French braid is where you fold the hair on top of each other, and the Dutch braid is where you fold it underneath each other. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a Dutch braid. So I've got my 3 pieces right here. I start with the bottom piece going under, top piece going under, and then I collect hair for the bottom piece, go under, collect hair for the top piece, go under, and I keep collecting hair. At this point I'm trying to keep it as tight as possible, the braid, so just keep collecting hair and tightening that braid. Okay, so now we're getting close to where I'm going to have to switch up my arms to keep going. And that's the hardest part of the crown braid, when you switch your arms, just to kind of coordinate it so that you remember which strand you left off on. Okay, so I just took the bottom piece and put it under. So now I'm going to come around and remember that I'm on the top piece. And I'm going to continue on. Top piece, collecting hair and feeding it underneath the other. So if you have 2 mirrors, you can put one in back of you and it'll help you see what you're doing back there. But once you get good at it, you can probably do it with no mirror. Okay, so we're coming up on another transition. So I'm taking the top piece, feeding it under, so I know that when I come around, I am on the bottom piece. Okay, now this might be overcomplicating things, but I'll just tell you what I do. So when I have the last little strand of hair, I want to make sure that I'm collecting it into the top strand so that it lays well on my head. If I were to do it on the bottom strand, then there would be hair coming up right there. Anyway, I can't really explain it. So just make sure you have the last section of hair be collected in the top strand. And then try to keep it close to your head so that it doesn't pucker too bad. So you can see it just lays nicer right there. And then just finish the braid off. So just get one of your little elastics and tie it off. like so. All right, so we've tried to keep the braid tight the whole time, while not really focusing too much on bumps or anything like that. But now we're going to go back and we're going to loosen it up. Okay, just loosen it up. You don't want it too slicked for our end result. And maybe grab some of your teased hair at the crown and just at the bottom loosen it up a little. Okay. So you can see I'm just loosening the braid. Making it kind of thicker looking. Alright, so what you're going to do is you are now going to pin it into place. So you'll take your braid, however long it is. Oh, and that reminds me, if your hair isn't that long, then the braid will be thicker on this side than on this side. So you really want to focus on loosening the braid on this side so that it looks even. But my hair is long enough that the braid it wraps around, so it kind of has the same effect on both sides. So you're just going to pull it tight and you'll pin it just kind of play around with it and see how it looks. The best place to pin it, where you think that would be. So I'm going to pin it up here because my hair is pretty heavy and it kind of pulls it down. And then I kind of go underneath, and I'm just going to do one more pin underneath. And my little braid tail is hanging out right there. So, you've got you might need to loosen it again to make sure it looks the same thickness on each side. Alright, then what you're going to do is you're going to take the braid tail and you're just going to feed it in to the braid so that it camouflages it in. Okay, and then just spray it. So you might want to secure it with some more bobby pins here and there just to make sure it stays in place. So here is the basic crown braid, and then if you slept on this, it would look really great in the morning. It wouldn't look as slicked back, and it would just look more romantic, and I love it. So, and then also if you keep it the next day and sleep in it again, you can wake up the third morning and have beautiful beach waves. And thanks for joining us today, and we'll hopefully see you around. Bye!